Now, lazy man cooking is not always about doing the simplest thing, the quickest thing. We're trying to get some gourmet taste without the gourmet effort. Now, today I want to make some homemade tomato sauce with meatballs, with this ground beef. And, you know, the thing about meatballs, I always thought they were kind of like, I don't know, hamburgers that just gave up. But, you know, I think rolling around in tomato sauce for 3 or 4 hours sounds like fun. So first of all, how do you get your ground beef into moist, sphery balls? I used to do it this way. Cut it right in the packaging. Not a bad idea, but I found something better. Now, hang on for our big reveal on moist ball formation that's coming. First, now here's a lazy man trick. We just get this cheap Parmesan, put it in there. Nobody will know. Buy you some breadcrumbs, Italian-style breadcrumbs. That'll get you some of your Italian seasoning. Save on things later. Get that on in there. Plenty of it. Happen to have some fresh parsley left. I pinched off the stems. This is probably the hardest job in this recipe. And then just dump them in. Probably should have sliced those up some, but these are one of the lazy man shortcuts. Now, 1 egg. Just one. That binds everything together, and 2 eggs, I guarantee you, is too much. I swear my hands are clean, and here comes the fun part. Whoa, okay. You just get everything mashed up real good, and then you got to figure out how you're going to turn off the camera. Hang on, this might go a while, folks. Doesn't take too long to get it all mixed up, especially with that egg. If you don't do this with an egg, you will see what I mean. That egg just makes this process maybe not take as long as you'd like, because it's kind of fun. Now here's the secret ball formation innovation that I was going to tell you about earlier. You just get it in here, roll it up. Now watch. Just get your hand and squeeze it out, and then get your spoon. Bang. Look at there. You got yourself a nicely formed meatball. Just keep going. The fun never ends when you're doing this. I never like rolling them around in my hands, you know, to make balls. Get some in your hand there, and then just squeeze it out like that, and then get your spoon and just scoop it right off your hand. Meatball. And every time you get one scooped out, you can say, meatball. The kids love that. Dogs are a little afraid of it, though. Look at that. We're making these without any problem. We're not going to fully cook these. Just got them in the toaster oven here and going to char them up a little bit real fast. 425 degrees just for 5 minutes. While that's going on, we'll torture up an onion here. Just as I showed you in another video, how to peel an onion or cut an onion. Just the bottom part here, the little root, cut that off. Keep that head on. Peel off the skin. Keep that head on. By keeping the head on, see, you can cut like this. Well, I ought to do it over here where you can see it. And then you just cut these like this. And see, they remain attached over here. And then you can come over here to the side and you get your little diced onion. This isn't the perfect knife for this. Anyway, and then you get diced onion. Fairly easy way to do it. Now just some regular olive oil in your Dutch oven or whatever pan you got. Get that good and hot. Onions in. Now we're not going to leave these a real long time because they'll be simmering in the sauce later, but we want to get a little tan on them. Some of you may know from other videos, I love these peeled garlic, because I hate peeling garlic. So I buy it this way and put them in the freezer. And when I'm ready, I just dump in, as you can see, quite a few, because they're going to simmer in the tomato sauce for a few hours. And I tell you, I like the taste of a whole garlic after it's been swimming in tomato sauce. Stir everything up in the oil real good. Let them get friendly. Now, kind of a fun thing to do with your onions is get a little pinch of sugar, and that'll caramelize them. Now, here's where Lazy Man gets a little bit snooty with his whole tomatoes. See there where it says San Marzano? That's an area in Italy where I don't know what they do. I mean, they're just kissed by the gods. They've got the best tomatoes. And you'll see San Marzano style, which generally comes from California, and they've used the same seeds, I reckon. But and it's fine. But I don't know. These San Marzano whole tomatoes. Look for that in the store. They're more expensive. Like I say, this is where Lazy Man gets a little snooty. I love this brand of San Marzano. They're all different brands of that tomato. So see, you don't have to use a can opener. You just pull it off with your hands. See how our onions and garlic are getting a little tan. Not sunburned, just a little tan. That was only been about 3 or 4 minutes. That's enough for now. We're going to dump the tomatoes in. Here we go. In with the tomatoes. Then whatever you got in the way of crushed tomatoes. Now the meatballs are done with their little time in the sauna. They're not fully cooked, but I don't want them that way because the rest of it's going to get done in here. Then we get her covered up. Leave it just slightly ajar. And then that thing's going to stay on low. Do its little bit of simmering. Heck, you can do it all. Leave it there all day if you want. Now, I'm not a fan of overwhelming good tomatoes with a whole bunch of seasoning, but you do need this feller, basil. I think God made Italy so he'd have a place to put basil. This is what makes Italian food taste Italian. You hear that? That's your sauce talking to you, saying, Lazy Man, you did a good job and we're having us a good time. Now for the secret ingredient. Here we go. Now, okay. Now we're going to talk about my own secret. Well, I'm sure other people have done it. I put a little mint in here. Now the thing is, you're going to know it's there. You'll be able to taste it because you put it there. But your guests aren't going to know. And they're going to say, man, that Lazy Man makes a good tomato sauce. Keep making sure there's enough space there to keep that from simmering too hot, too fast, too much bubbling. Those couple, 3 bubbles you saw are about all you want. And if you're going to do it more than 2 hours, which you can always put this in the oven on really low. And then it won't burn on the bottom or anything. And it'll keep on savoring itself. See that little hole? Can you see that little hole in there? This is bucatini. I really like this for my pasta with my sauce because with that little hole, the sauce will get in there. And it'll flavor your pasta more than regular spaghetti, which I don't really use that much. I also like these big broad fettuccinis. But I think if I got it in the house, I go with bucatini. And when you're getting that ground beef into shape, don't forget to say meatball.